In this video, I'll tell you 8 ways I make my anxiety work for me, and by the end of this video, you'll be able to figure out why you should appreciate your anxiety, how you can leverage it for your own good, and how you can get rid of baseless anxiety. I used to be very timid and anxious all the time. Social anxiety, stage fright, everything. Early puberty was not kind to me. I'd be paralyzed just standing in front of my class. Yes, I was once made assistant class rep, and I had to beg my friend, who is not the class rep, to help me make announcements because I could not stand in front of my own classroom. At a certain point in my life, I noticed a pattern. After I harnessed my anxiety in certain ways, I did it over and over again, and it has formed the basis for my confidence today. Over the years, I have conquered all the fears I mentioned. I now do public speaking and presentations almost effortlessly. I want to share these patterns I noticed with you. So let us get right into it. Number one way I make my anxiety work for me is motivation and focus. I use this energy in completing tasks and achieving my goals. It forces me to identify, focus on, and prioritize the right task. Now let me give you an example. During my exams, my anxiety would keep me up late at night, right? It helped me. I remember it is only during my exams I could stay up till 2 a.m. preparing, but after the exams, of course, I'll go back to my lazy lifestyle. But that anxiety helped me stay up and do what needed to be done. As per focus, during my exams, I would not do anything else I could postpone until after the exams. I would keep myself focused on studying because I knew that that was what counted at the moment. Number 2 way I make my anxiety work for me is planning and preparation. While overthinking, I anticipate challenges and scenarios and I plan for them. Anxiety comes from the fear of the unknown, right? By planning ahead and preparing for potential scenarios, I reduce that feeling of uncertainty and it helps build my confidence. It pushes me to prepare thoroughly, hence improving my performance. Now, this is my example. I remember my very last presentation at the office. I could not stop going back to my presentation slide. I would correct something, and other times I would try to memorize some of the key data I needed to talk smoothly in my presentation, so they would not find me staring at my presentation slide and reading from it all the time. So if I didn't have anxiety in that case, I would not have presented as beautifully as I did when I made the presentation. Number 3 way I make anxiety work for me is increasing self-awareness. Anxiety helps me identify triggers. It gives me a sort of signal that something is wrong in my environment. And understanding these triggers help me understand myself better and figure out my coping strategies. It provides for me emotional insight. And by exploring what makes me anxious, I gain a deeper understanding into my values, my fears, and my desires, which leads to my personal growth. For example, there was a time recently I embarked on this side project outside my office, and I was working with this client that constantly made me feel anxious. I couldn't figure out why I was anxious all the time. I knew I had confidence in my abilities, but at the end of the day, after really analyzing the whole thing, I realized that I didn't like working with him because of how poorly he treats people. Now, this has helped me anticipate scenarios like that, and I avoid working with people that treat others poorly because I know that when it comes to it, I might be at the losing end of that relationship. Number 4, enhancing my creativity. I cannot tell you enough how creative I become when I am anxious about something. My problem-solving skills go straight to the roof. Ideas start to flow. The anxiety stems from my desire to resolve conflicts and uncertainties. For example, whenever I feel like someone may have a problem with me, maybe I notice it in their gestures or I feel like they don't like me, I find creative ways to interact with them that will make us both share a laugh, right? When I succeed and we laugh together, it makes me realize that, oh, my thought was wrong. And if there was any bad impression I had given, I correct it by maybe doing something kind. I am really bad at malice. I don't like it. Number 5, building resilience and adaptability. I now embrace the discomfort of doing something crucial, like talking to that stranger or trying something new. Regularly facing anxiety has helped me build some sort of mental resilience. Over time, I have become more adaptable and better equipped to handle stress and uncertainties. I have been learning from experiences. Each anxious episode has become like a practical for me to learn what works for me in that kind of scenario, and practicing has helped me build resilience. Number 6, improving communication and relationships. I have better empathy and understanding because I have been through anxiety. I understand people's struggle. I kind of connect with them better, and this improves my relationships. Anxiety prompts me to communicate clearer with people to reduce the chances of conflicts. It pushes me to say more and try to maybe put emojis in that chat and all that just to be sure that I don't get misunderstood. So it does protect my relationships. For example, I have told you that I do not like malice. Anxiety forces me to explain myself more clearly with people to make sure that they do not misunderstand me. Number 7, maintaining health and well-being. Anxiety helps me maintain healthy habits. For instance, I work out and I eat healthy because I am super afraid of developing a pot belly. And for my mental health, I watch movies and hang out with friends to balance things. My work is stressful. In the past, it has strengthened me to seek help from supporting friends. Of course, talking to people like that has helped me build strong connections. They bring their issues to me, I take my issues to them, we bond better. For example, I got my present job as a business analyst because I was pouring out my frustrations to my mentor. You see, I'm basically telling you that I would never have gotten the job I have today if I did not have anxiety. Expressing myself to my mentor made him realize my financial frustration, and he felt the need to recommend me for a better job. And here I am today. I am years into this job, and it was one of the best things that happened to me. Working in consulting has opened my mind in ways I never knew was possible. Number 8, enhancing professional and personal growth. Anxiety has forced me to push my boundaries. Moderate anxiety can push you out of your comfort zone and make you try new things in trying to figure out life. It will make you take on new challenges, which will make you grow and develop personally or professionally. Situations that cause anxiety are most likely areas that you have a lot to learn. So it pushes you to learn, grow, and expand your skill set. So I embrace them as opportunities for personal development. For example, I take courses to boost my abilities as a business analyst. Now, my anxiety here pushes me to improve myself because I don't want to be in that position where I be laid off because I'm not meeting up to expectations. And this extra effort I applied got me a promotion within my first year of working in the company. If you experience the fear of being laid off at your office, embrace it and take it as a motivation to push yourself out there and develop yourself. Get around people in the office that you see are performing as you want to perform. Make them your friends. Study them and get the tips. Find out how they can do what they do and learn. Essentially, I have noticed that my anxiety goes away when I do something about it. Like when I plan or prepare that slide or study for that exam. And if I don't do something about it, it will punish me. So anxiety is there to help you, but there is a balance. You need to learn to let go when you notice that your anxiety is baseless. Like you have done everything you need to do, planned everything, put everything in place, and you're still feeling very anxious. That is bad anxiety. So what is the solution to bad anxiety? You distract yourself. Personally, I would go out, go visit a friend, someone I know I play and laugh with, or watch a movie, do something new to distract myself, watch comedy movies online. I'll do basically anything healthy that makes me relax. I opened this YouTube channel to share my life's experiences and the lessons I have learned from them. If you've experienced anxiety and you want to share the details with me, feel free to drop it in the comment box. Like this video, subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.